Blast from the past, looks nimble, is a powertrain. Find out more right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to RomRom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to It's a Mod world, where we test different mods for different sims to see if they add to our enjoyment. Thanks for watching, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. You may or may not know, but I'm again driving an Audi, as NSU, a company that started building knitting machines, I kid you not, ended up being absorbed by Audi together with Auto Union. I've driven this car on Raceroom Racing Experience a couple of times, where, if I remember correctly, it's part of the standard set you get for free. It's fun, quirky and a reminder of times past. Let's see how the Assetto Corsa Mod version is and if it's comparable. Before we do that, remember that if you want to be informed about new videos, click subscribe and also click on the bell and become part of the ever-growing RomRom family. The car is quite basic, but it's a realistic portrayal, so I'm not protesting. From what I can see, the car looks good and is of acceptable quality. Looking a little bit plasticky, but only so much. The car feels a little bit too easy to drive. The simulation of the forces on the wheel, and therefore how I have to treat the car, is not as realistic as I was expecting. While the car drives okay, I would have expected it to give me much more trouble, especially for a car of this era. Besides, if you take the curves too strongly, it tends to tip to one side and leave you actually onto wheels, which I don't think would ever be acceptable behavior, especially in a racing car, and I don't think it would be the way this car would handle itself in real life. It definitely is not the way this car handles on Raceroom Racing Experience, where it's an understeery monster, as was to be expected. When you brake too strongly, the car will first have a clear tendency to go to the right, only to then, and for me not understandable, reverse that tendency on a whim, making any try to solve the issue obsolete. No matter how different the brakes in cars from that time worked compared to the cars nowadays, I'm sure they didn't change the direction of any movement on a whim. I consider this a clear error in this mod. On the other hand, the way this car drives with regards to motor and gears is quite realistic. Racing's okay, but I had the feeling the AI was overpowered compared to my car, as in a straight line they were all coming too near me or even overtaking me with ease. In any other way, their behavior was okay and how you would expect them to be. It was an intense and interesting race. Oh, and the AI also finds itself on two wheels quite easily. Sounds okay. I've never been near an NSU, so I don't know how realistic it is. It sounds like many cars from that time sound. I especially like the raspy sound of this motor and the clack the car does when you change gears. If you want a realistic, round NSU feeling, go to Raceroom Racing Experience. This NSU here, while quite good, is lacking the last touches to be perfect. Brakes and instability should be tackled, and maybe the difference in torque and top speed between the AI and the human player. Because of that, and especially because of the issue in braking, I cannot recommend this otherwise well done mod to anyone. If you, on the other hand, know what to change in the mod to correct these issues, let us know in the comments. What I can recommend is to check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.
Visit RomRom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.